Guys, Bud Light is in trouble. Yesterday, I gave my thoughts briefly. To sum it up, I don't give a shit that they have a rainbow on their can. I really don't care. But a lot of people are choosing to boycott this. And contrary to popular belief, when they say these MAGA boycotts don't work, no, they do. In fact, they've shaved off $4 billion in value off of Anheuser-Busch, which is insane. Now, yesterday, some of you guys were like, hey, they're trying to get liberal college kids because college kids drink and blah, blah, blah. I can see the argument in that, but not every college kid is a transgender. You guys need to realize that the people they are catering to by putting these rainbow cans on is less than 10% of the population. There's a vocal minority out there that's laughing and attacking people that are upset about this, calling them pieces of trash, telling them to grow up. And then there's a silent majority that are speaking volumes when you could see just how much this boycott that's working right now. So I know some people will be like, oh, conservatives call it voting with their wallet. That's exactly what it is voting with your wallet. You see, we're not attacking anybody. We're not saying bullshit. Yeah, Kid Rock made that video shooting the cans or whatever. Regardless of what, whether you call it a boycott, voting with your wallet or whatever, $4 billion off of somebody's value, off of a company's value is a huge amount. Now, people are like, oh, I don't get the big deal. Why does it matter what's on a can? They can't believe these people are so triggered. Yeah, well, you remember when Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, Land of Lakes, these wokies were throwing a shit fit over those imageries being on items? Yeah, this meme right here sums it 110%. I can't believe they're so mad over a beer can. Yeah, it's funny when it's the other way around, right? When the snowflakes have something to talk about. So, regardless of which, let's talk about the whole situation. I said the other day, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I just don't understand why there's this corporate pandering for a population that's not even their main demo. And even if they grab that main demo, the main demographic that they cater to for years and years still makes up enough of a dent to where $4 billion can be lost. So what's the point here? What's the strategy here? Is it just to go woke? I have no clue. But they have been radio silent since April 1st. Yeah, it's been over a week, and I think the silence speaks fucking volumes. Why haven't they fired their marketing idiots? Any other job, if a company lost $4 billion, they would straight up get rid of their marketing department. They would fix something. They would come out and make a statement. I think them being quiet and not even, defending it. Like, at least say, hey, this is what we want. This is why we're doing it. Congrats. We want to celebrate Dylan Mulvaney's 1 year of womanhood. Like, at least say something, right? The fact that they're not even saying something is what is suspicious. So I'm going to take a look at this Fox Business article right here because this sums up everything that is going on right here. And it's literally titled, Bud Light Suffers Bloodbath. That's a longtime and loyal consumers revolt against transgender campaign. And this talks about a St. Louis bar owner, actually. So Bud Light is the nation's top-selling beer brand, but this says that consumers nationwide revolted against it after it stepped recklessly into culture wars last week. And that's the problem. When you go into the culture wars, that is what happens. So their new spokesperson, transgender TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney, according to bar owners and beer industry experts around the country. Now, Jeff Fitter, who's owner of Case and Box, which is a restaurant and sports bar in Missouri, said, I think society flexes its muscles sometimes and reminds manufacturers that the consumer is still in charge. And you're not wrong. The consumer, the wallet, always speaks volumes. And Bud Light's efforts to be inclusive, they excluded almost everybody else, including their traditional audience. And that's what is important to it. He cited sports fans, working people, and women as loyal Bud Light consumers. The brand suddenly excluded in its race to go woke. And that's what I was asking yesterday. I was like, what's what's the fucking end game here? Was it to piss off your core consumer base because they won? Bud Light maker Anheuser-Busch is headquartered in nearby St. Louis, but even Fitter's Bar witnessed a catastrophic decrease in sales of the hometown suds among loyal and local consumers this week. Sales of Anheuser-Busch's bottled products dropped 30% over the past week, while draught beer plummeted 50%. Similar stories are found around the country. Bud Light normally outsells rival products Miller Lite and Coors Light 25-1 at Braintree Brewhouse in Massachusetts. Not this week. 80% of Bud Light drinkers ordered something else this week, Brewhouse owner Alex Casares said. While the 20% who did order Bud Light weren't on social media and hadn't heard yet about its new transgender pitch person. They didn't order it again, he said, after other patrons told him about the Bud Light marketing misfire. One pub in Hell's Kitchen, a New York City neighborhood known for its large and vocal gay community, reported that Bud Light draft sales dropped 58% this week, while Bud Light bottle sales were down 70%. So that's even at a area where there's a vocal and loud gay community. So apparently this is cited a nightmare scenario for Bud Light sale reps in Texas, where the brand has for years sponsored a large weekly dart league with 100 plus players each Thursday night. The bar typically sells 3 kegs of Bud Light at the event for a total of 495 12-ounce pours. The bar only sold 4 12-ounce Bud Light bottles this week as the dart players held a mass protest against their league sponsor. Holy smokes. Now take a look at this quote right here. They've already done enough damage in 1 week to disrupt year-long sales projections. A beer sales representative who works with national beer retailers such as Costco told Fox Business, "You don't just make up those sales. People aren't going to drink twice as much Bud Light the following weekend to recover the lost business." For a brand as large as Bud Light, the public relations calamity already represents millions of lost dollars, even if the consumer revolt ended tomorrow. Bud Light is famous for hiring the best marketing people in the business, the national sales rep said, but this time they hired the wrong person. That is a understatement. So Bud Light Vice President of Marketing Alyssa Heinerscheid said she was inspired to update the fratty and out-of-touch humor of the beer company with inclusivity in a March 30 interview with the podcast Make Yourself at Home podcast. So that's where it is. It's always, no offense, ladies, it's always when you have a woman that has a stick up her ass about inclusivity that things happen that are mind-boggling. You're marketing to an audience that represents a fraction of your consumers while alienating a much larger base of your demographic, a much larger base. So even if all the people that you're now trying to include with inclusivity supported it, it's not going to even be anywhere as much as what your main core demographic was. It's fucking stupid. It is fucking stupid. I think it seems like they have everything to lose with this marketing and absolutely very little to gain as far as this goes. So it's clear that whoever is running this company has no idea what they're doing. They studied marketing, but they're more focused on identity politics and feeding an agenda than just making money. And I think that even translates over to the entertainment industry with movies and TV. It's like they just want to worry about some kind of like political commentary instead of actually running and operating a business. So just wanted to touch on, Eric, you're talking politics. I'm so triggered. Let me talk about gaming, even though I've only commented your channel like one time and I've never watched. Fuck off with that.